Welcome back everybody to Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet in Miami, Florida. But today we are not at Haulover, we are visiting BOCA. And we've got an interesting situation today because we actually have breaking waves right outside of the inlet. This is going to wreak absolute havoc on our captains as they try and come through in our 5-round competition to see who can be victorious, man and machine or Mother Nature. Here we can see our first person coming out of the inlet today, and you can tell by these images here, it's a rough one. So it's going to be interesting to see how our captains fare as they try and do battle with BOCA. But let's not hesitate any longer. Let's go ahead and get this competition started with our first round. Our first round competitor to come in and do battle with BOCA Inlet's gonna be a Edgewater, and this vessel right here has got it up on plane and they are blasting their way into the inlet, but you can see the breaking waves right behind them. It's about timing and a little bit of finesse today. You can't just blast your way into the inlet and hope it all works out. You're really gonna have to pick your window and do your best to take caution and avoid those breaking waves when entering and exiting the inlet today. Here we can see this Edgewater has pretty good success. These guys blast their way right into BOCA and will take a win for the boats here in the first round. Let's see if our second round contestant can keep the pace going. And here in the second round, we're going to see a solo captain coming through BOCA Inlet on a Robalo, and let's see how my man fares. Here he's taking a more cautious approach. He's coming in at a little bit slower pace, just a little bit off of planing speeds. He probably should pick up the pace just a little bit, but once again, it's about timing today, and he's probably trying to line it up with the sets that are coming in offshore. Here he's still making his way out and probably trying to determine if he should head straight out or if he should head up the coast a little bit or hold back and wait for the sets. My man's continuing to go straight out, which has not been the most common approach today. We've seen people going a little bit north up the coast. And oh no, here comes a wave. No, you can't get sideways in it. And oh my gosh. I don't know if this captain knows how lucky he just got. That's like the #1 lesson on how to flip a boat. I mean, you definitely don't want to be sideways in the whitewash, but my man will continue on out, but I'm going to give this round to BOCA because he definitely got lucky there, and that's going to take us into our third round. And here we're going to see this vessel working its way into BOCA with a bow rider. I really didn't think we'd see anybody in the bow of a vessel today. Now I know they're not quite in the bow, but they're still in the front, which is still pretty impressive on a rough day like this. Wifey looks like she's up there having a good time though, and Cap's going to take control of this situation, and he's going to send this boat right into BOCA without issue, and it looks like we'll have the boats take a win here in the third round. And that'll give the boats an early 2-1 lead as we head into the fourth round of our competition. And here in the fourth round, we're going to have a Sea Hunt trying to do battle with BOCA, and I'm not sure what we got going on here, but it looks like we have the BOCA twerking team going at it. Now let's see if they can continue their twerk all the way out the inlet. I'm not sure that's going to be possible today. It's a little bit rough, but our lady is doing her absolute best, but she stops right as things get rough. BOCA slows them down, throws them off their pace, and she'll try and twerk her way the rest of the way out, but it was just enough to slow her down and stop her. I'll go ahead and give this round to BOCA since it threw her off her game. And that'll take us into our fifth and final round, tied at 2 apiece. Who will take the win in this episode? Will it be the boats or BOCA Inlet? And what in the world is this crew thinking? Here we've got a Starcraft Marine deck boat coming through BOCA on a day with waves breaking just outside of the inlet. This boat's absolutely not designed to be doing this, but our crew's taking it slow and easy. We do even have a bow rider in this boat, which is actually kind of impressive, but not necessarily in a good way. I mean, this one could easily stuff the bow as they're trying to come back into BOCA with this heavy following sea behind them. Our captain really is doing his best just to let this boat kind of cruise its way into the inlet. And unfortunately, he's let one of the waves behind him catch him and is going to push him forward, and he gets lucky right there. That's one way to stuff the bow if that following sea comes up behind you and pushes you forward, but they get lucky, he pulls it out, our girl in the bow gets a little wet, but that's the extent of the damage. And this crew, fortunately for them, is going to make it into BOCA without issues, and I'll have no choice but really to give this round to the boats, and that'll give the boats the win in this episode. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Boats vs. Haulover. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at Haulover and BOCA Inlet. My channel, Broncos Guru, who do some great comedy boating videos over there as well. And of course, we've got the Miami Boat Ramps channel that focuses on all the hilarity that happens to the boat ramps in South Florida. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.